Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year to you. I pray that this year God surpasses all your expectations in Jesus' name. So, I wanted to speak today from the topic Leaders, Give Yourself Grace. Last year was a really hard one for me, I can tell you. And I remember at some point saying to my sister Karen that I was beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed because I had like many hard hits personally and professionally. And I remember she had said to me, "Hey sis, extend grace to yourself. It's been a hard year." And that kind of set the tone for how I then navigated the rest of the year. As leaders, the truth is that we often champion the importance of empathy and understanding in leadership. And we encourage grace and compassion and extending understanding to our employees, to our clients, and even to our competitors. We understand that everyone faces challenges. We understand that everybody has setbacks and needs support. Yet, this crucial element of compassion is often missing in one crucial area, and that is with ourselves. We frequently neglect to turn this inwards and extend the same kind of grace to ourselves. As leaders, we shoulder immense responsibilities. We bear very unique weights. The weight of expectations in particular. We expect it to be unwavering pillars of strength, to have unwavering confidence, to have all the answers. We expect it to be able to navigate complex challenges and always to be delivering exceptional results. And this constant pressure to perform, to succeed, to always be on point, on top, it can be the epitome of what people call success, but for us, incredibly isolating. So we tend to internalize many things: our team's challenges, the demands of the market, the need to innovate, to deliver on the bottom line. And there's a relentless pursuit of excellence that many times can leave us feeling depleted, overwhelmed, and sometimes inadequate. So we fall victim to the tyranny of the shoulds. I'm sure you've heard of this. Very dangerous. Oh, we should be able to handle this. We should be more resilient. We should always be at our peak. We should. And this internal pressure actually creates a very unrealistic and ultimately unsustainable standard. The truth is, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that we are human beings. We're not machines. We're going to inevitably have setbacks. We're going to experience moments of doubt. We're going to struggle many times to maintain a perfect composure. And these experiences are not signs of weaknesses. They are rather inherent parts of the human conditions. So when inevitably we fail to meet some of these impossibly high standards we set for ourselves or that are imposed on us by society, then we will engage in like a cycle of self-criticism where we're focused on our shortcomings, we focus on our inadequacies, and we begin to fuel this narrative of self-doubt in our heads. We become our own harshest critics. We're always chastising ourselves for falling short of sometimes impossible ideals. The problem is that self-criticism then begins to inhibit and impact on our ability to lead well and can impact on our mental and emotional well-being. There's an internal dialogue that can be quite damaging. It will impact on your joy, your confidence, your resilience, and ultimately leads to burnout. It can impact on your relationships. Well, on the topic. So as we start this new year, I think it's time for you and I to break free from this cycle of self-cynicism and try to embrace more so a culture of self-compassion within our own leadership journeys. Listen, extending grace to ourselves is really not about self-indulgence. It's not that we're saying let's lower our standards. No, it's us recognizing that we are limited human beings. We acknowledge the limitations, acknowledge our humanity, and try to lead in a more sustainable way. As we journey through 2025, I really want to encourage you to try and break free of self-criticism and focus and embrace self-compassion. And there's some things that I want to share with you to help you to be able to do that. First of all, and I've said this before, embrace your vulnerabilities. Acknowledge that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Acknowledge your humanity. Recognize you're not a machine. You have good days, you have bad days. And guess what? None of those make you any less phenomenal than you are. I promise you. Secondly, cultivate self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kind of kindness and understanding that you will offer to a friend, a valued colleague, or just some stranger that needs it. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment. Give yourself words of encouragement and support. Many times, clap for yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. Thirdly, practice mindful self-reflection. Reflect on things objectively and try to see, even in your difficult areas, in your failed areas, what you can gain, what lessons you've learned, so that you avoid the damaging effects of self-blame and rather mind the value in every experience. 4, reevaluate your expectations. Challenge who is setting expectations for yourself, especially those unrealistic ones. And yes, it's good to set your big, hairy, audacious goals, but set some achievable ones as well and enjoy them in the process. Which then is my next point. Celebrate your wins, big and small. Every accomplishment counts. When you recognize and appreciate your efforts, right, on the process, when you acknowledge that you're making progress, what happens is there's positive reinforcement that builds self-confidence and reinforces a growth mindset, which then allows you to even chase after bigger things with a success orientation. The 6th thing is this: please prioritize self-care as a leadership imperative. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity for effective leadership. Make time to invest in activities that nourish your spirit, your body, and your soul, that replenish your energy and restore your well-being. Whether it is journaling, exercise, prayer, worship, meditation, if you can walk in nature, look at your hobbies. But here's the one that all of us can do without any excuses: disconnect from technology for a while. The 7th thing is this: please set realistic boundaries for your personal and business life. Learn to say no to things that deplete your energy or that force you to take a backtrack on your priorities, and see how much better you can do to put a bit of a gap between your work life and your family life so that you can avoid burnout this year. Lastly, in 2025, please hang tight to your support network. Family members, trusted friends, trusted mentors, coaches, if you need a therapist, any kind of help, professionals that can provide valuable guidance and support as you navigate the challenges of leadership, particularly leadership in a difficult climb. So let me summarize by repeating that this is a new year, and it is as great a time as any for you to embrace this message. Leadership is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You know this. Leadership is about sustainable progress. It's not about those momentary perfection things that we all, put out in front of us all the time. No, leadership is about acknowledging your humanity, embracing your vulnerabilities, and understanding, I promise you, that even the most accomplished leaders, the most confident looking leaders, they experience challenges, setbacks, and self-doubt as well. So please don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, when you extend grace to yourself, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a testament of your resilience and strength. It's okay to recognize your limitations, honor your own needs, and please, in 2025, prioritize your well-being. Cultivate that leadership from the place of sustainability so you can continue to lead with integrity and compassion and not lose yourself in the process. When you prioritize your well-being, can I tell you something? You also then set a powerful example for your team. You demonstrate to them that it's okay to be human, that it's okay to be vulnerable, that it's okay to experience challenges. You show them that self-care is okay. It doesn't make them weak. And that seeking support is also something that is a show of strength. Let me wrap it up and say this. Please lead in 2025 and indeed beyond with both strength and compassion, with a prioritization of yourself. Give yourself grace in 2025 and indeed for life. I hope that this has been useful to you. And if it has, please feel free to drop me a comment. My email, as always, is audrey@joezigbo.com. Let me also encourage you to join my YouTube channel, please, especially those of you on Instagram. So some of those clips that are shared on Instagram, you get the full videos on my YouTube channel. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Have a phenomenal year, everyone. May God continue to undertake for you. And throughout this year, may you have boundless testimonies. In Jesus' name. Take care.